Hi everyone, welcome back to Midslit. This is Mithulaj. In this video, I am going to discuss about a very interesting topic, language families, which is the part of the paper Introduction to Linguistics for third semester MA English Literature students under University of Calicut. So, welcome back to the world of linguistics. Let's start. Language families. A language family is a group of languages are related because they are descended from a common ancestor called the proto-language of that family. So, a language family is a group of languages that are related because those languages are descended from a common ancestor. So, this ancestral language called the proto-language of that family. For example, Malayalam language comes from Manipravalam language. Manipravalam is a mixture of Sanskrit and Tamil. So, we can say that other languages are originated from a proto-language called Sanskrit. So, here Sanskrit comes as a proto-language and all the remaining languages are called daughter languages. So, most languages in the world belong to a specific family. Languages that have no demonstrable relation with others and cannot be classified within a specific family, those languages are generally known as language isolates. So, language isolates are the languages which cannot be demonstrable relation with others and cannot be classified within a specific family. Let us move. Living languages. What are the living languages? According to the 20th edition of the Ethnologue is a book of statistics regarding the number of languages, how much are living, how much are dead. So, according to the 20th edition of Ethnologue, there are currently 7,099 living languages, or we can say languages in existence in the world today. So, there are 7,099 living languages existing in the present world. A living language is simply one that is currently used as the primary form of communication a group of people. So, a living language is a language which is currently used by the native speakers of that language. So, that is a living language, and there are also many dead languages. Dead language is the opposite of the living languages. And what are the dead languages? Dead languages are the languages which have no native speakers, living and extinct languages, which have no native speakers and no descendant languages. The languages which have no native speakers and no descendant languages are called dead languages. So, now we studied what are the living languages and what are the dead languages. Genetic or genealogical classification. So, the classification of languages in groups of languages is called genetic or genealogical classification, where two or more languages belonging to the same group are genetically linked. So, languages evolve and change over time. We know that languages is not a static one, it is very dynamic. So, languages evolve and change over time, and they develop new traits and characteristics while keeping some traits of their ancestor language. So, this evolutionary process allows for what is known as genetic classification or genealogical classification of human languages. Next is genetic link. If we compare, for instance, French, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, Romanian, we discover a surprising set of resemblances which give to these languages a family likeness. This family likeness does not appear when comparing French to German, but if one compares German to English or Dutch or Swedish or Danish, one finds another family likeness between these languages. Linguistics managed to set up genetic classifications by comparing languages and trying to define constant rules about their similarities as well as the differences. So, this method is called comparative linguistics. The basic idea is that those languages look alike because all of them are different evolutions, descendants from a same formal language. We call these formal languages proto-language, which does not exist anymore. So, a proto-language or ancestral language gave rise to several daughter languages, which in turn became parent languages of further daughter languages. So, a language family tree is a visual representation. So, a language family is a visual representation of the languages and their relations which belong to a common family. To make these connections easier to understand at a glance, linguists most often organize them in a visual aid known as tree diagram, an evolutionary tree or simply a language family tree. You can see the tree. So, this is the tree. So, the tree of Indo-European languages. There are two important branches, Indo-Iranian and European, and the branch of European there are sub branches like Germanic, Romance, Albanian, Celtic, Slavic. So, English originated from Germanic. You can see the language English. So, look at the pic, how Spanish language originated and German language originated. German and English language originated from Germanic language, and Spanish, Portuguese, Italian from Romance. Russian and Polish, Ukrainian languages are originated from Slavic languages. Albanian, Bulgarian languages, and there are Celtic, Welsh, Gaelic languages. So, look at the branches of Indo-Iranian, Iranian and Indic languages. So, Indic languages are there, Marathi, Hindi, Urdu, etc. So, this is the tree of language families, and look at the another one, Germanic Indo-European languages. Let's move. Next is discovery of language families. Although we don't have any evidence of the original parent language, we call the original language is proto-language. An Englishman, Sir William Jones, was the first to notice that some languages were related to each other by comparing words in Sanskrit, a very ancient language, with words in Greek, Latin, and English. You can see that. I can explain with examples. So, look at the slide. Sanskrit has many similarities with the European languages. You can see the similarities. In the language Sanskrit, we use pitra for father. In Latin language, it is pater, and in also Greek, it's pater. So look at the another word, mother. In Latin is also same. Greek is similar, mater. In English, it's mother. Look at the word brother. In Greek, it's frater. Latin is frater. And in Sanskrit, it's brat. So, all these languages and many other ones all belong to one family of related languages called the Indo-European, Proto-Indo-European family. So, next is how many language families are there? It is very difficult to definitively determine how many language families are in existence today or have been in existence since the dawn of language. This is due mostly to the fact that the history of human language predates recorded history, so that the existence of proto-languages can only be inferred and not concretely proven. Additionally, deciding which language families exist is still a matter of heated debate among historical linguistics. Though there is no definitive number of language families, Ethnologue is a language of the world is an annual reference publication in print and online that provides statistics and other information on the living languages of the world. So, this Ethnologue lists a total of 145 language families, not including unclassified languages, constructed languages, mixed languages, sign languages, isolates, pidgins, and creoles. So, in this slide, here is the major language families. Despite the fact that there are over 100 attested language families in existence, the rise of globalization has led to certain families dominating others in terms of numbers of speakers. So, the following is a table of top 10 major families in the world, sorted by number of speakers. So, all the statistics taken from Ethnologue 20th edition, which is published in 2017. So, Indo-European languages, Sino-Tibetan languages. In third place, it's Niger-Congo languages. Fourth one is Afro-Asiatic languages. Fifth one, Austronesian languages. Sixth is Dravidian languages. Seventh one, Turkic languages. Eighth one, Japonic languages. Ninth one, Austronesiatic languages. 10th one is Thai Kadai languages. So, these are the top 10 major language families. So, that is all about language families. Thank you. Gracias.